Okay, welcome to my first Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager video. You heard that correctly, this is not an Orbiter 2010 video. I actually thought if I ever did videos on any other topic than Orbiter 2010 that I would create a new YouTube channel and put those videos on that channel. But I feel that Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager is obviously very topical to my YouTube channel. Anybody that's interested in Orbiter 2010 will most likely also have an interest in Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. So I'm going to go ahead and put these videos on this channel as well. Now, this is my first video. I just got the program downloaded today. It's about a 1.2 gigabyte, something like that. It was a fairly large download. So I got it downloaded and installed. And so far, all I've done is load it up to make sure that it would actually run on my computer. But otherwise, I haven't looked at it at all. So this is going to be a first impressions video, and you're going to see what I see for the first time. So let me go ahead and get set up here. Let's switch the display over here, and let's load Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. And as it comes up, I've already seen this screen because, again, I did load it up to make sure it would run on my computer. But we have just this splash style screen that gives us nothing more than the option to check for updates or play the sim. And there's a few other links over here. So let's go ahead and play the sim. And I've noticed that this comes up every single time. And this is basically what I would say is the same thing as Orbiter Launchpad when you first launch Orbiter. And you can select your scenario modules, things like that. It seems to be somewhat similar to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. We have the screen resolution here, and I've noticed every time I launch this, it defaults to 1024 by 768. I'm guessing in some future version it will remember the resolution that you choose. But you can see here we have resolution options from 640 by 480 all the way out to 1360 by 1024. I'm assuming that in some future version that they will have 1080 available, at least 1080 or even higher. But for now, I've got to select 1360 by 1024 every time I start the program. It does remember my graphics quality. This defaulted to fastest when I first launched it, and the options are fastest, fast, simple, good, beautiful, and fantastic, assuming, of course, that fantastic is the very best. So I'm going to select that. My computer should be more than capable of keeping up. And the only other option that we have is the input tab. And if we look at that, it tells us what our primary and secondary controls are for these various functions. If we look at the secondary controls, we can see that we have the usual WASD style controls here. And then otherwise, that would be left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, down arrow, and so on. And as we go down further, we have Fire 1, Fire 2, and Fire 3. I don't actually have any idea what these are at this time. I'm assuming that it's firing the engines and not like firing missiles or something like that. I don't think we would be doing that in Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager, at least I hope not. We also have an option to jump, and there are some options for the joystick as well. So that's the options. Now let's just go ahead and jump into the sim and see what we have.
Okay, status check, go, no go for LOI.
I'm going to go ahead and let this play out, and I'm not going to talk over it.
Fido, we're go flight, guidance.
We're go with no attitude.
Control, Telcom, GNC, Ecom, you go. Surgeon,
We're go.
O&P, AFD, FAO.
Go.
Green light, network. Okay, Capcom, give me a green light, and we're go for LOI.
The year is 1955. Take control of the newly created Global Space Agency and start by taking the first steps in something of space.
Bring hydrogen back to the third stage. You will see how that operates. We're now at T-minus
X-15 space plane.
9 minutes, 4 seconds and counting.
First attempt to fire a man-made moon into orbit.
Project available. Mercury.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Okay, so that was the introduction. Clearly just sort of a review of the early days of the space program. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got now. We've got new game, load game, preferences, about, and exit. Let's take a look at about. I'm obviously not going to read through this, but if you want you can pause the video and take a look at what it says there. It's just a bunch of credits. Let's go back. Let's see what we have for preferences. Sound effects, music, and language. Let's see what sound effects we have. Okay, that's under construction. Music is under construction. Language under construction. So there's nothing that we can do there. And we don't have any games, obviously, so let's go to new game. Campaign and sandbox. In sandbox mode, you'll get a certain amount of funds and a target prestige to achieve during the first budget review, which takes place after the 12th season. You'll then decide which programs to open and how to manage your funds. Let's see if campaign's available. Okay, it's not. So we'll go to sandbox and click proceed. Normal, hard, or buzz hard. That's pretty amusing. Let's go with normal for now since we're noobs. With a 0 prestige. Okay, just taking a look at what we have here. It's March 1954. 0 astronauts. We have $12,000. That's it. I don't even think you can buy a pencil at NASA for $12,000. Okay, the Bulletin GSA News. The GSA has been established and its first director has been appointed. The director will be in charge of managing the agency's budget and taking mankind to new heights. The following scientists, engineers, and technicians have been hired. They have already graduated from basic training and are ready for assignments. I'm not even going to try to read these names, but there they are. Let's proceed. Welcome to Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager, the strategy game that puts you in the director's seat of a complete space program. The year is 1955, the sound barrier has been broken only a few years ago, and the first Earth-orbiting satellite has yet to be deployed. Several countries around the world have joined forces, and together, they have established GSA, the Global Space Agency. Your duties as director include opening programs, performing R&D on mission components, recruiting and managing personnel, and running space missions. The current screen is the Space Complex, and it's the starting point for all management actions. Since the GSA has just been established, only a handful of buildings have been constructed. Press the magnifying glass icon in order to learn which building is which. The new budget per season during the next 4 years is $1,000. The minimum and maximum target prestige are 200 and 600, and will grant a budget of $1,500 and $2,500 per season, respectively. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can decrease the volume a bit, and I'm going to use the Windows volume mixer to try to achieve that. Okay, the game menu, there we go. That'll set it at 25 for now. Okay, so we use the magnifying glass to figure out what's what. Let's do that. Number 1, the Astronaut Center. Actually, let me turn that volume down a bit more. There are so many of these. Okay. I don't know which one is supposed to affect the volume, but I guess it'll be okay. Anyway, the astronaut center has not been constructed yet. Do you want to switch to the construction mode in order to begin the construction process? Assuming that we're going to have to do that. So, yep, the construction mode has been activated. You will now be able to create new buildings and or upgrade existing ones. Fantastic. So, what do we do? Let's look at building 2. Alright, let's click that. The Astronaut Center is the place where you manage the astronaut corps, the people that pilot the aircraft and spacecrafts in the crewed space missions. By building it, you can recruit new astronauts, send them to advanced training, and manage them. The basic building supports a maximum of 7 astronauts. You'll need to upgrade it if you want to expand the size of the Astro, then there's nothing else. Current maintenance per season is 0, future maintenance cost per season is 175. And I'm guessing we need to build it, so let's do that. It's under construction. It'll finish in 2 seasons. Okay, let's see what number 2 is. The Public Affairs Office is your point of contact with GSA stakeholders. Upgrading the Public Affairs Office to level 1 will do something. Okay, they need to work on their script a bit. Okay, we can upgrade it for no money, so let's do that. It's free. Select number 3. The headquarters is the place where you can open new programs and manage existing ones by performing R&D on the mission, components, and scheduling missions. The basic buildings support a maximum, they're missing an S in there, the basic building supports, or the basic buildings support, anyway. The basic buildings support a maximum of 2 concurrent programs. Upgrading it will allow you to support up to 4 concurrent programs, so they got a typo there. Let's upgrade this. And let's go to building 4. The Mission Control Center is the place where you can manage your group of flight controllers, which are responsible for monitoring the spacecraft status from the ground. By building it, you can recruit new flight controllers, send them to advanced training, and manage them. The basic building supports a maximum of 6 controllers. You'll need to upgrade it if you want to increase the size of your TE. More typos. Alright, Mission Control Center. I'm guessing we need a Mission Control Center, so let's do that. Alright, let's say that we're done with whatever that is, because there's more buildings and we don't want to go broke yet. Okay, so we click that, we have these options. Let's cancel back to the game. Guessing that turns off construction mode. Now, how in the world do we actually do something? Oh, I guess we go to end the season, perhaps. Okay, warning, there is at least 1 employee from the scientists, engineers, and technicians group who isn't assigned for R&D. Do you still want to end the current season? Okay, I'm guessing that warning is there for a good reason, so let's say no. Let's go back to the construction menu. And we did building 4, so let's go to building 5. The museum is the place where you will be able to review your past achievements. It cannot be constructed yet, and that's fine, that's understandable. Let's go to building 6. I do not see building 6. Oh, it's up here. I'm guessing we don't need this one either. Okay, can't. Let's check out building 7. The SET Center is the place where you can manage your group of scientists, engineers. This is probably what it was just telling us that we needed. So you can pause it and read over that if you will. Again, there's a typo here, upgrading, and it just kind of abruptly stops there. There's no... Anyway, so let's upgrade that. So that was building 7, and let's just see if we need to do anything for building 8. Vehicle assembly building. Surely we need this one. Your last stop before launching a mission, etc. Let's upgrade that. Okay, now let's leave the construction mode, and let's end season. Apparently there's still something we need to do here. So let's try this one more time. Let's go through the buildings quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is up there, 7. Okay, well, it seems to me there's something else that we need to do here, but I do not know what that is. So we're just going to end the season. And there's no news this season, so let's proceed. The flight crew layout button displays a diagram with the positions and the names of the flight crew members. Just looking at my video time real quick. Flight crew members required in order to run this mission in the currently selected season. I'm not actually sure I comprehend what I just read. The flight crew layout buttons. Okay. The budget assigned during each season remains constant during the first 4 years. After that, your prestige points will be evaluated against target goals, which will determine the budget for the next 4 years. Okay, so we still don't seem to have anything that we can do. Okay, that's under construction. Let's go back to, let's look at the magnifying glass here for a moment. Okay, that... Oh, we have something here. I guess this is a personnel type of file. Click on this to get information. This window will display advice related to both the short-term and long-term goals. Okay, let's go back to the complex. The sun is setting, apparently. Let's go to the construction menu, see if there's anything more we can build. Let's just run through the buildings. Okay, there's something we can do here. The Mission Control Center is the place. We already read all that. Okay, so let's upgrade. And let's look at Building 5. Building 6. 7. 8. I guess that's all the buildings, so we're done. Let's end this season. And proceed, there's no news. Okay, we're now apparently on Season 3. I can see that things are taking shape now. This is now a parking lot and there are cars in it. Vehicle assembly building seems to be done, so let's go through the buildings and see what does what. Alright, since I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to run through all the buildings and upgrade them each time I can. We'll do this one more time and then see if we can figure out, like actually how to start flying. Because managing buildings isn't exactly my idea of a fun simulator. Okay, let's upgrade that. And upgrade that. Now we're done. And we'll end the season. Proceed. Okay, since you have taken GSA's finances into red numbers, a decision has been made to remove you from your current position. First impressions. I don't know. Alright, let's run through it again quickly, which we don't have to read, so we can do this fast. Sandbox, proceed. Normal. Okay. Alright, we've already been through all that, so... I'm guessing we have to build... a few of these basic buildings at the bare minimum, I'm guessing. Okay, that's a zero cost upgrade. Headquarters. Maybe we don't need a headquarters yet. Maybe we just need the vehicle assembly building. Obviously, we don't need a museum. All right, let's go with that. We'll end Season 1. Construction, Building 1, that's still busy. Building 2. Building 3, I guess we decided we didn't need a headquarters yet. I think we're spending money too quickly. Mission Control Center. We probably don't need a Mission Control Center. Okay, I guess I'm maybe starting to make sense out of some of this. We wouldn't need a Mission Control Center until we were ready to fly. So maybe sequentially we have to build these buildings in a certain order. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps the campaign mode will help explain this and make more sense out of it. Let's end the season. Okay, so we have a vehicle assembly building. We have this, the astronaut center. Okay, we're not going to upgrade it. We don't want to spend the money. We'll go broke. Okay, we don't want to upgrade public affairs, and that was free, so we didn't spend any money doing that. Headquarters, new programs, and manage existing ones. Well, probably that's going to be important quickly. Mission Control Center, obviously we're going to need that eventually. Only takes one season to build it. Okay, so we don't want to upgrade anything. Let's build the Mission Control Center. That's going to be important. So we'll do that and then we'll end the season. Okay, so we now have a few buildings. How do we actually fly? Like, how do we do something other than build buildings? Set 5, 0 astronauts, flight controls. Okay, no upgrades. Headquarters. Couple of seasons. Let's go ahead and build the headquarters and end the season. No employees available, redirecting to the recruitment screen. Aha, so here is something new. We need pilots and engineers and all this stuff. Okay, we're just gonna grab people kind of randomly. That's probably a salary. So let's go with cheaper people. Okay, fitness. Okay, science is high, EVA is high, so this guy is going to be more like an astronaut. We need somebody probably with high leadership. Let's go here. Somebody with good piloting. Here. Alright, let's hire these people. Okay. Once the selection process is complete, click on the Hire Recruits button. Okay, I've done that. View assignments. Okay, they're undergoing training. Nothing we can do there, apparently. We have 0 of 3 astronauts. Okay, let's go back to the space complex and let's just end the season and let's go to the next season and see what happens. The following astronaut candidates have been hired. Okay, good enough. Okay, I actually don't even know how I got to that screen. Oh, I clicked on this building, I believe, yeah. Okay, let's see what happens when we click on the other buildings. Vehicle assembly building. There are no scheduled missions to assemble. So let's click on this building. Okay, so that's, again, the employees. Let's click on that building. And this building, okay. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the idea of how you navigate this game. Let's go to end mission, or end season. Okay, we now have 3 astronauts. Let's see if we can plan a mission or something. No scheduled missions. Aha, manage programs. No programs have been opened yet. Please click on the Earth in order to start the process for opening a new program. Okay, Earth is 3rd stone from the sun. Earth orbiting research satellites, space planes. This one appeals to me. Satellites not so much. Probably the cheapest option though. So let's do satellites. Okay, program selection. We have Sputnik, Explorer 1, Pegasus. There's the list there. Earth orbiting research satellite. X-15 experimental space plane. Oh, these are the categories, okay. Okay, let's go with Sputnik, I guess. Open program. Do you want to open this program for $525? Sure, why not? Okay, back to Space Complex. There are no scheduled missions to assemble. Manage programs. This mission involves the launch and deployment of a radio signals emitter satellite, which includes a small array of scientific instruments in order to perform temperature measurements in low Earth orbit and send the results back to radio stations scattered throughout the Earth. Right, what's R&D? Now let's schedule the mission. You need at least 3 flight controllers available in order to schedule this mission. Okay, so let's go back to the Space Complex. I forgot what it said. 3 flight controllers, I believe. And we have astronauts. Okay. So... no employees available. Flight controllers. In this screen, you can assign scientists, engineers, and technicians personnel in order to improve the reliability of your mission components. Select a mission component, and then select the associated RD slots on the right in order to assign set employees to them. Alright. Let's go here. We needed 3 here and here, and since I don't know what we're doing, we'll just select those 3. Okay, hire him, sure. Okay, view assignments. Okay, they're training. Well, how can they be training if I haven't assigned them to what they're going to do? Alright, back to Space Complex, end this season, and go to another season. Following program has been opened. No scheduled missions to assemble. Select Earth. No, manage programs. Schedule mission. The selected mission will be scheduled and needs to be assembled before the end of the season in order to launch it. Okay, assemble now. Start assembly process. And let's just kind of proceed. Fine. Okay, booster. Fine. This guy, fine. This guy, fine. Confirm. Good, do it. Let's go. Okay, in the season. Wait. There's at least 1 employee from the scientist. Sure, go. Launch mission. It only took a half hour to get to this point. Let's see what we can do here in the last couple minutes of this first look. So I guess we have a play here of some kind.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems still looking good. As we approach the final seconds of the countdown...
Mission failed. Okay, well, that's going to be the end of this first look at Buzz Aldrin's space program. Not at all what I really thought it was going to be, but again, I didn't really read too much about it before jumping in and checking it out. So I will look more at this program on my own, and then obviously do more videos here in the coming days and weeks as the program develops further. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think. If you've played with this program yourself and know a little bit about it, leave some of your feedback down there as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Again, this channel is almost entirely about Orbiter 2010 and not so much about Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager, but I will be following this program as it develops, at least as long as I find it interesting. If it reaches some point where I decide, kapooey, then I won't do anything more with it, but we'll see. That remains to be seen. This is a very early release. I guess it's probably alpha or even pre-alpha, perhaps. It's very early, so we'll just see how things proceed. And I will see you in the next video.